Mirror's Edge for the Xbox 360. I think the easiest way I can describe Mirror's Edge is just by reading what it says on the back of the box. It says, "There's no looking back. In a city where information is heavily monitored, where crime is just a memory, where most people sacrifice freedom for a comfortable life, some choose to live differently. They communicate using messengers called runners. You are a runner called Faith. Murder has come to this perfect city and now you are being hunted." Basically, runners are free runners, which just basically run around the streets, jumping over things and sliding under stuff. And I know a couple of free runners are probably going to say, well, it's a bit more complicated than that, but it's basically what it is. But they carry information around this supposedly perfect city for people that want information moved but need it not to be seen. So basically, that's the concept of the game. In terms of gameplay, it's actually a very good game, but it is let down by one major problem: the physics engine. It's not quite right, so sometimes you try and jump over things or slide under stuff and the physics engine just goes, "There's something there." You can't do that, even though you can be slamming your head up against the wall for about 5 minutes just trying to jump on top of this tiny little block. Another thing which is really annoying with the physics engine is they seem to have made some of the jumps a bit too far, so you can't actually make them very easily. I remember being stuck on one section for about 20 minutes because it was just ever so slightly out of reach, which does get annoying. Overall, the graphics for Mirror's Edge are very good. The gameplay is fun when the physics engine works. The story is good, but the problem is it's supposed to be about free running in space and in open spaces, and half of it says in linear corridors. But the skills you learn at the start of the game, you develop, and then it gets harder as you go through. So basically, would I recommend getting Mirror's Edge? I would definitely say yes. It's a fun game. It takes a couple of hours to complete. It's good for a sort of Sunday afternoon if you've got nothing else to do. And also the price at the moment. In all the different games retailers around where I live, I haven't found it for haven't found it for more than £5. So overall, it's a very good game for not a lot of money. Next week, Racedriver Grid for the Xbox 360. Although one last thing I would like to say about Mirror's Edge is it was a new concept in gaming. Admittedly, it didn't really work in this, but I feel it had enough potential to warrant a Mirror's Edge 2, which sadly isn't going to happen. EA DICE, the producer of it, showed some concepts to EA, and they just turned around and said, "Yep, we'd like to make a Mirror's Edge 2, but we're not in the business of charity. Mirror's Edge 1 just didn't make enough money." So I think that's a bit of a sad point for Mirror's Edge. Yeah, I feel it had enough potential, but evidently EA didn't. See you next week.